Welcome back to the shed. It's been a little while since I've done a video because I've been a little bit busy doing other stuff, mainly bees, doing quite a lot of building beehives and trying to figure out various bits and pieces and building an office and, you know, general work and life gets in the way of stuff. So that's why I've not really done anything for a little while. So today I'm going to do a review on quick grips. Now, I've been using this quick grip here. I've got two of these with a 2-foot jaw on them, which I use for clamping beehives together when I'm gluing them up, or while I'm, you know, clamping something together, just so I'm just before I nail it. Been pretty good. Had it for years. You know, there's not actually even a make on it, so I don't even know, you know, who made them. But yeah, been pretty good and pretty solid. Or so I thought. I recently had another little one that I've was bought. Well, my son bought it for me actually, from a hardware store, just a local hardware store, and you know, it's not quite big enough for what I want to use it for, but I do use it for little, you know, little bits and pieces. So this is a cheap one, cost about, I don't know, £7 or £8, something like that. So I thought, I think I paid about the same for that about 10 years ago. Now, I needed some more because this one wasn't quite up to the job that I was doing, and I've only got 2 of them, so I thought I'll buy another 2. So I did a bit of research, a little bit of stuff on YouTube, looked on Amazon, see what was available, and apparently they've moved on quite a bit since I last bought one. So I went out, at great expense I might add, because this cost me about £50, and Irwin quick grip. Quite bulky, quite heavy, but I thought, you know, from the reviews I'd seen on them, I thought that they looked pretty good. So I bought 2. Oh my God, they are pretty amazing. I've got to say, it's not very often I do a review. I think I've only ever done one on my thickness planer. But I'll tell you something, if you've got a workshop or you do quite a lot of woodwork, or you're doing, you know, stuff on workbenches outside, or you've got to have these. You've got to have these. I know they're expensive, but you've got to look at it as in, these are going to keep you going for years and years. So I'm going to do a few little strength tests, just so we can see the difference between these 3 products. First of all, let's do the cheapy one. Now these are widely available on eBay and on Amazon. I probably wouldn't buy one, to be honest with you, but we'll put it through some tests and see how well it performs. So first of all, we're going to use this, which is 1.25" plastic waste pipe that I had knocking around, and I thought they're fairly strong with them, you know, being round, hard plastic. I thought that'll be quite good as a grip, something to grip. So the first thing I don't like about this is it's backwards. You want to operate it that way with the trigger, but you have to operate it that way, which is a bit odd, but there you go. You see that okay? So let's just see how well it can perform. Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good for a cheapie. Pass, I would say, on that one. Okay, now we'll try my 10-year-old Old Faithful. At least that's got the grip in the right direction, so you haven't got to feel like you did it wrong. Gosh, that's hard work. God, I didn't realise how rubbish that was. But yeah, we got there. We got there. Hard work though. So I'll see if I can find another piece of plastic pipe, which I have down here, which I prepared earlier. Now we'll have a go with the Irwin. See how well that does. Well, you can see that because I want you to see how much effort I'm having to put into it, really. no struggling, no straining. Flatten that down to absolutely nothing. Well, you can actually see that, nothing. Brilliant. How good's that? That is really good. So I'll say they're kind of all passed, kind of. So now I think we'll do a, I'll tell you what, we'll try and grip these pieces of wood. This is what I've been doing for my beehives lately. These are a couple of scrap ones on with my test pieces. So we'll have a go at clamping these two together and see whether I can pull them apart. Okay, a little bit tricky. So, oh, there you go. All right, so it's not actually, it's actually broke. Quality. £7 of quality. Let's have a go. Yeah. Easy. Fail, I would say. Let's have a go at this one. The one that I actually thought was pretty good. In fact, I'll put that way because it's got a bit of an edge there. Yeah, it's pretty tight. Yeah, I'm struggling to get that apart. Pretty good. A pass for that one, I would say. Now we'll try my Irwin quick grip, as it's got a much bigger jaw on it as well, so that'll probably make it a little bit better. Okay, so it's clamped up. That's held pretty tight, and I probably could clamp that a little bit more than I have done, to be honest with you. That is just not, you can get a little bit of motion on it, but it's got it pretty tight. Definitely another pass, I reckon. So I think we'll try a bench grip test. Let's pick that one back up because it's right on the floor, and we'll see how they fare. We'll just set these up. Okay, so they're all clamped onto the bench, as you can see. I'll just give them all a... No, that one's definitely broke, but we'll test it anyway. Okay, so this one, which we know is broke, but we'll give it a whirl anyway. Yeah, I can wiggle that off. Probably would have been okay if it was just pulling pressure, like, but I am trying to push it through its extremes. Oh, I can still pull it off. Not a problem. Okay, we'll try this one. Yeah, I can wiggle that off. Let's just clamp it back up again. Oh yeah, I can. Just a direct pull. I can pull that straight out. I'll give the Irwin a go. Just make sure that's nice and tight. Okay, and then we'll just try and give it. That's actually pulling me bench. So that is why I wanted to do a little review on these, because I don't know what they've done inside of there, inside this mechanism, but the clamping pressure on that is amazing. I mean, you've probably got to be a little bit careful that you don't overdo it, if anything. So So yeah, I mean, you can buy these in all different sizes. I mean, if you don't need to use a 2 foot section one, then they're probably a little bit cheaper, but you know, I needed the 2 foot. I think I'll just have a quick look and see what that jaw clamping distance is. So I've got about 570 mil or 22.5 inches in grip there, which is plenty for what I use. I'm only using about 460 mil, I think, is my beehive that I wanted to use it for clamping. It's a shame it isn't kind of, you know, 600 mil, because that would have been a little bit better. I mean, I think there are other attachments that you can buy for these, because this end bit comes off, and I was hoping that you could do which I did see on some videos somewhere, but I don't think it's this model, where you can turn this around and you can use it as a puller, so it'll pull, you know, or clamp 2 things into a section. But I couldn't figure that out, so I don't think this section does it. But I think there are a few different other accessories that you can buy for them. Have I got that right? Oh, it's because the clamp's not in. Brilliant, honestly, well worth the money. And to be honest with you, they seem quite robustly built. I actually think that these will probably last me, you know, as long as this one's probably lasted me. I mean, to be honest with you, I've stopped using it. If I'm going to clamp something, I'm using this all the time. I'm not even reaching for this. I only use this when I needed extra clamps. The only disadvantage I've got with these at the moment is I've only got 2, and to be honest with you, I could do with 4. So I shall save some pennies up, and I should buy myself a couple more. So there we have it. That is my review on the Irwin quick grip clamps. I think Stanley do some. Pretty similar, a little bit more expensive, I think. I don't know what the advantage of, if there's any more, if they're any better than those, but they seem to be about the same from what I could tell by the videos that I watched. So yeah, that's it. That's my review of the Irwin quick grip. I would recommend buying 1 or 2 or more if you can. Well, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, hit that bell. Not that I make any money for it, and I'm in no way affiliated with Irwin in any kind of way. These are just my personal preferences, things that I've bought for myself, and I just thought I'd share it with you. Okay, thanks for watching.